If you ever open an investment app to buy an ETF and you stumble upon a wall of confusing finance terms like AUM, NAV, interest yield, and it's just a lot, and you're thinking, what does this even mean? It looks as if Wall Street speaks a completely different language. Worry no more, because right here in this video, I'm going to break down everything. Not jargons, yeah, but simple, plain English that we're going to understand perfectly. So let's think of it this way. You walk into a grocery store and you just get one single apple. That is what it means to buy an individual stock. But think of a situation where you can buy 500 stocks or 500 shares in one. That is what ETF is. Exchange traded fund. You get to buy tiny bits and tiny pieces of a lot of shares in just one. S&P 500 is an example of one. And since it's exchange traded, you can actually buy and sell regularly on the stock exchange market at any hour. So stay with me as I open to you 6 terminologies that quite a number of people find confusing when it comes to ETF. The first on my list, ETF. What really is ETF? Exchange traded fund. Think of it as this. You go to a grocery store and you get a whole full basket of fruits where you have a lot of fruit varieties in it. You're not just buying a single fruit. That is what ETF is. It gives you the opportunity to buy up to 500 shares just in one company. That is what it does. S&P 500, absolutely amazing. You get to buy 500 of United States blue chip stock on just one company. And you're not the one managing it. All you just need to do is buy it and you have people managing it for you. So it's of more advantage to you instead of just picking an individual stock and not knowing what's going to become of that particular stock. Another terminology we have is expense ratio. Expense ratio is the annual percentage fee you pay to your fund company for managing your ETF for you. So if you have 0.3% ratio of what you need to pay on the $10,000 you put yearly, you're going to be paying $3 every year. Another is 0.75% on every $10,000, meaning you're going to pay $75 yearly. So one key rule is this: you want to go for a small or simple index ETF because this helps your money grow very well. If you go for something that is high, at the end of the day, you're just throwing away your long-term growth. So go for something that's around 0.10% thereabout. Third terminology is going to be benchmark index. What is benchmark index? Most ETFs do not just wake up one morning and begin to think, oh, which stock are we going to put our money in? No, they have a master list. Think of a master list like a template for a design or a recipe for a meal you want to prepare. You don't have to, if you want to make this meal, you don't have to go every time and say, oh my God, what are the steps to doing this? What are the steps to doing this? You already have it stored in your head. All you just need to do is bring your money, get the ingredient, and make it. That is what it does. So you have fund managers already managing this money. They know what to put it into. They're not thinking tomorrow, okay, if we put it in this stock, is it going to work? No, they have a template on how they run their things. An example of this is the S&P 500 again, an index that tracks the most expensive, should I call them the blue chip stock right now in the United States of 500 companies. So they're not thinking, which are we going to put our money into? They know the market more than you do. The fourth is going to be holding and waiting. Holding are the individual companies you have inside that fund. So for example, if you have Apple inside of that ETF fund, Apple is part of the companies that are inside of it. And what is the waiting? Is the percentage they pay you on every stock that increases. Say for example, Microsoft pays 7%. That means every 7 cents you get on Microsoft particularly goes into Microsoft company in your ETF. Number 5, AUM, assets under management. Why do you need to know assets under management? This is the whole dollar value of all the money investors have pooled into a particular fund. Why do you need to know about this? If you see an ETF that has a track record of $50 billion and they've been doing well consistently, you should go for that instead of going for the one that has $2 million, because you don't know how the market is going to be. They understand the market than you do. It's better to take something that has a track record of blue chip companies that you know they're going to do well than to go for one that the ETF is lower, because you stand at a lesser risk. The last but not the least terminology, they say save the best for the last, which is going to be dividend yield. What is a dividend? Think of a dividend like a reward. If you come with a partner or if you invest in a company with someone and they say, oh, we've been making a lot of sales, we've been making gains, let's just give you a percentage of the profits we've gotten from this. That is what dividend is. It's a percentage, it's a profit that you get from the company you've invested in. at the end of the day. And since it's coming through an ETF, they actually pay your dividend. The cashback is paid to your ETF. So now that it's in the ETF, they send it back to you as an individual to get your gains from a company. So let's say you get 2% yields on every $1,000 you invest into your ETF, meaning at the end of the day, you're going to be getting $20 for every 2% yield. And that's it. 6 key terms that unlocks how ETF works. So next time you hear dividend, you're not confused what a dividend is. If you hear ETF, you know that, okay, this also is in the stock exchange market. It's a form of investment. You're not confused when you hear AUM. Understood? Thank you very much. So this right here, we can go deeper and deeper and deeper to show you more details about the ETF. If you want to know more, we have a free workshop we run every Thursday. The link is going to be in the description. Make sure you secure your slot because I tell you, it's limited. So hurry up and grab yours right now. We'll give you everything you need in that community. We have financial experts right there to put you through. And guess what? Everything is for free. This is not even a fluff. It's absolutely for free. So go and grab it right now. See you in my next video.